to, after each of those resets, be able to put 1 or 2 threats back on the board again. It's basically what both players are doing at this point. They're resetting and then just repopulating the board and hoping this is the last time that happens and I can start to close out this game.
And seeing to be prepared from Taylor, Jose's got to be thinking, I'm surely there's not another one coming.
Yeah. Do we see it? No, we see another Medusa. Again, just being able to pick off the board. That was a big turn for Taylor, actually. Yeah, that's especially with the snake as well, probably refueling that Medusa with some damage on her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the great things with those bounce cards with Mims, that both the snakes and foxes, is you bring in back a character that has damage on it, and especially one that has an ability that's on the play when it comes on the board, like Medusa or Lady Tremaine, and have your opponent shaking in their boots knowing it's coming down again.
Yeah, on first reading, you look at those and feel like that the bounce is a disadvantage, but it very often just is giving you so much more advantage. It's letting you save a quester, like you said, letting you heal stuff, just allowing those enter triggers again as well. Yeah, it's kind of huge. You can really see why. To a lesser extent, Snake, but to a bigger extent, Fox is just one of the best cards in the game.
Absolutely. And there's some Olaf ink again.
Yeah, that's what he's there to do. He's happy to do it. Happy just to be a little happy puddle of ink. And yeah, so that's the other thing now with this game. As it goes longer, be prepared is a real issue on 7. It gets even worse later in the game when they're able to play it and then still have ink left over to repopulate their board on the same turn. So Tremaine coming down there, working a little bit different from Medusa. Your opponent is allowed to choose what gets banished. But again, just a good body on the board.
Yep, and she quests for 2.
Yeah.
And a snake, who's he going to bounce back? Medusa, do you think, or Tremaine?
I feel probably Medusa, just because like that, the enter the play trigger is just so good on her. And again, as the longer the game goes on, Taylor must be assuming that a B prep is coming back to him.
Yes. Yeah, Jose is still sitting just at 7 ink. I don't think he has inked anything in quite a while.
No, and it's just a way of keeping that hand full. Although, like I said before, it does mean that any B prep he does play isn't going to be quite as powerful as Taylor's, because Taylor is going to be able to repopulate his board a little bit afterwards.
Looks like it's coming, though. He just quested out, and I'm guessing we're going to see it here.
Just counting that 7.
7. Yep.
There you go.
And there it is.
There it is. Yeah, Taylor wasn't quite as prepped for it as Jose. Well, Jose was picking his cards up before it had been played last turn. So draws a card off the Cusco there, and then we see a mini. Just a mini. Sure, it's a little body.
She's a 1/3 though, which sometimes is all it takes.
Yeah, definitely. Talking to 1/3s. Olaf Woods again.
More ink.
The ink king, yeah, and that's always going to be the problem with just putting down one body, one character. It just means that the answer is usually there in either a Medusa or a Tremaine at that point. They're both going to hit it, and then Rabbit to draw. So we're at 8 ink now, so we're probably just going to see a bit of refueling and a bit of late game play. I mean, this is really getting down to the wire on this, exactly what you expect to see in the mirror match here. Goat and Rabbit play the lore totals and the names are flipped. I know that we've mentioned that a few times, but I assume people are coming in and out. So Taylor is the player on the left, but his player 1. It's player just 2. The name. His player, excuse me. Taylor is on the left, but he's player 2 in the lore totals and on the screen. There we go. So.
I think we got the names updated now. Actually, no. Reset the lore.
Another Medusa getting rid of the Rabbit, and we're going to quest just to keep that pressure on, because a goat on the board. And a castle.
And a castle, that might do it for this.
Because even a B prep is not going to get rid of that castle. The goat alone isn't going to do it. We would need to see.
He would need to bounce a couple times.
Yeah, we would need to see I don't think we can win ink-wise. I mean, maybe we could quest with Goat, pick it up, play it again. No, I don't think it's doable. Goat can challenge into the castle. with something like a crab, and then a B prep comes down. But I don't think we have the ink for that. Again, this may be where Taylor has just continued to ink throughout the game, and that's what's going to have ultimately just finished this off here for Jose missing those inks in the mid game. Like you say, you don't feel like you need much more than 7 or 8, but here a couple more ink may have been what was needed to finish the game off.
Yeah, and that Queen's Castle again coming in really helpful to close it out.
It surprises me less than Pinocchio because it's just a great card. Again, in that mirror, just sort of sticks around after the B preps. But yeah, there's a few cards that have really sort of earned their place in the set 3 meta Hall of Fame today.
Absolutely.
And the Queen's Castle is definitely one of them.
It's just calculating what can he do.
Yeah,
and
so he's doing
he's going to take out Queen's Castle.
Yeah, exactly what we said there. The crab needs to buff that ghost up to go into it, but I'm still not sure it's going to be enough. We're recording the extra strength on it there.
Yes.
Nice of them to do. I'm not sure what difference it can make now. 5 ink puts us a Mary down. So it's still not enough, I don't think, because we still just can exert Merlin and Medusa to quest, right?
The 2 lore on board that he needs to win at this point. Yes. That was a great effort, though. I mean, that was some nice play. That was as good a play as he could have made on that last turn for sure.
Absolutely, both of them played their hearts out there. That was a really great game, and exactly what you want to see from a Ruby Amethyst mirror, just absolutely getting into